As you join us on today's newspaper headlines, I'll introduce my colleague here who is
Mohammed.
Mohammed Junaidu. I'm Zainab Ahmed,
Thank you.
and starting for today, we're looking at the Punch newspaper. Please don't forget to subscribe and click on our like buttons. On the Punch newspaper, Niger school invasion. Bandits tied 42 abductees in pairs, fled to bush on motorbikes. Residents.
That's a sad one.
A
I don't
very sad
understand. It's
one.
like every day now we just keep hearing one kidnap,
Or
one
the other.
I don't know. It's the insecurity level is high. If they can come to Niger State and a school, it's
And a
like
school.
they're
It's just
invading
like that of the
schools.
Kankara school
They're
that
invading
happened
schools every
December
day, and
last year.
that's a sad one. For
Yes,
me, it's a
that's a
sad
sad
one
one.
this morning.
Yeah.
On the same punch, we have dismissed cop supplied 5 AK-47 rifles for offer bank robbery suspect. It's another sad one. That offer bank robbery by now should have a closure. We shouldn't be hearing who is involved by now. People should be in jail. Those that needs to be killed or face capital punishment should have.
Now, on the same Punch newspaper, power grid collapses, plunges Lagos, others into darkness.
We won't stop with NEPA. At your ADC, we are used to calling them NEPA.
Yes.
I think right now we should understand, is it the generation, is it distribution, or is it lack of investment to expand facility?
On the same Punch, insecurity, governors in crucial meeting at Aso Rock.
Are they supposed to wait till now? They are the chief security officers of the state. They should have first-hand
I
intelligence.
think the meeting will definitely yield something positive, so we should applaud them for that.
We keep hearing all of these things, but we hope for once they are able to be proactive, because one killing too many, it is becoming it's something we don't want to
It's
hear.
even becoming a common
I don't know.
belief in society.
Now, Southeast farmers demand 9 billion from federal government over herdsmen's menace. This is still from the Punch. I think right now we will keep hearing commissions upon commissions from different regions, different corners. We hope we're able to like settle this before it goes out of hand. I think
And
we'll
on
be going to the
same
next paper, which is the Nation.
okay.
And on the Nation, what do we have, Zainab?
Defense minister to Nigerians, don't be coward, confront bandits. The minister is asking Nigerians to stand up for their rights and to defend themselves should in case anything happens in their community or society. Do you think that's a good advice to tell a common man who doesn't even have training to handle a gun to stand up for his right or to confront bandits? Wouldn't it be a dangerous move to try to attempt or struggle with bandits?
As much as he wants to sound like he's psyching people up to not be a coward and not be afraid, yes, to protect whatever is yours, property, but you need to be alive to be able to protect
Yes.
what is yours. Now, here it is. His job is actually what he's asking us to do.
Asking us to do his
What
job.
we can do is actually give informations once we suspect
Yes.
and someone doing something funny within the society.
And we should also be vigilant.
He should be able to call all the agencies under him to listen to people and take every information serious.
I think he has a point. And on the other side, I think he shouldn't have come out publicly to say that, because it's okay for you to try to defend yourself, but I don't think on the aspect of carrying arms or ammunition,
endangering people's life because you want them to do your job for you. No, that's not it. You should be seen to do what you're paid for. Then people will support you, not for you to be up there. Say, go defend yourself. When you hear AK-47s.
But let me give you an
street.
instance.
Yes,
you're alone in the house and maybe some bandits or kidnappers are trying to invade your community and you have the choice to maybe escape with some people with weapons or use weapon with them. Don't you think you would do that for your family or loved ones?
The first question to be asked is, how did you get hold of the weapon you're using?
It mustn't be guns. But on the other side, I'm saying guns, ammunition should not be allowed to be used by people.
Well,
so
I think you said it. I think we'll go to another paper. It says EFCC urges Supreme Court to return Metu to prison. I think Olisa Metu has really got his wish with this case. Sometimes you think you can battle the law, but you don't really know what they have against you. Let's hope he's able to get himself in the clear, but it seems his case is not going anywhere anytime soon.
On the same Nation, 7 soldiers killed in Borno attack and federal government to redeem 31.4 billion debt owed states.
Wow. Now, here it is. Sokoto family donates 10,000 books, which is actually interesting. It will go a long way to help the education of our children. Because right now, I think book reading is something we really would appreciate. It shouldn't just be the state, it should actually come from individuals who understand what literacy can help um, this nation to move forward in virtually every sector of its
Before we move to the Vanguard newspaper, the last on the nations is truckers ordered to leave Apapa in 10 days.
the gridlock is actually the reason for that. Urbanization has actually made traffic congestion a norm
Yes, and
in a place like Lagos,
there's
which
high
is a
rate of accidents going on these
commercial hub
days.
of
I think they
Nigerian
should even get
business.
their own road for them.
It's
Don't you
it's
think it should
actually
be
the
a
truth
better?
about it is urban regional and urban planning system.
Okay.
We actually, I think what we have is we allow people move before we develop our infrastructure or re-innovate when it comes to infrastructure planning. We'll be going to the Vanguard, like we rightly said, and on the Vanguard, there's a story Kagara abduction. NUT demand declaration of emergency on insecurity.
And on that same newspaper, FG to begin repatriation of Nigerian refugees from Cameroon, Niger, and Chad.
Niger and Chad, basically.
Okay.
And on that same newspaper, you'll be seeing woman begs NHRC panel for justice for murdered brother. So the thing is this: someone was murdered. I am sure there are evidences. The question is, we shouldn't be delaying justice. We shouldn't be seen to be begging for justice. Justice should be handed
Yes.
without stress.
Alleged incitement, embattled cleric Abdul Jabbar withdraws court case against Kano government.
Wow, what is happening? Was it that he had no strong evidence,
Evidence.
or was it just a rumor, a speculation? We'll be heading to this day newspaper. On this day newspaper, we will be seeing boldly stand up to bandits. The first minister charges Nigerians as 42 abducted in Niger. Stand up to bandits. The first minister charges Nigerians. Again, we understand you want us to be courageous, but you cannot ask a people who barely can eat to stand up to bandits who are actually there to kill you, maim you, kidnap you for ransom.
On
Wow,
the Tribune newspaper, NSA IGP rushed to Mina over kidnap of 27 students.
wow, that's another one.
It's a move. It's a good
It's a
move.
good move. I think we
Yes, I
should.
pray and I hope those children will be rescued unhurt and they'll return back to their various
On that
houses
same
in peace.
Tribune, we should have another story that reads,
Don't be cowards.
yes.
Confront bandits. Defense minister tells Nigerian. The same
Again,
newspaper
it's like
headline was
this advice is becoming, I don't know, we won't be doing your job for you. Now, we see how MKO prevailed on Jakonde to accept Abacha's job. The wife and ally explains on the
the
same
same
Tribune.
Tribune.
We'll be heading to the leadership newspaper.
And it says Nigerian back Senate on call for state of emergency. You'll get more information on the page 4 of the leadership newspaper.
And ICPC mops up 147 billion unspent personnel cost in MDAs.
And PMB orders evacuation of refugees from Niger, Chad.
Wow. I think on that ICPC mopping of that 147 billion, it's becoming something that is killing the economy. MDAs, it seems they have this thing to do with corruption and wanting to not remit unspent money. These monies are for the people. Once you don't use them, send them back to the coffers. Because once we have these monies, we will borrow less because we have more from what was unspent.
Now
We'll
we'll
be
be
going to
moving to the Business Day newspaper. We'll be talking about business
for
here
the
and
economy.
yes, the economy of the nation. How Abia rose to attract third highest foreign investment in 2020.
This is a lovely one. Nobody have been hearing about erosion in Abia, insecurity, but this is one story that we should celebrate because for a state to attract foreign direct investment, it must have done a lot of jobs, a lot of partnership. That means the think tanks in that state really did a lot of work.
Yes.
Do we still have another story
Yes,
there?
on the Nigerian pilot, it
Okay.
says undersea, as bandit abducts 42 persons, including 27 students and 3 staffs of Government College, Kangara.
In the pilot. Now, on that same the pilot, we have electricity grid suffers first collapse.
In 2021.
Please let it not collapse. We need this
We
light.
need it.
We need electricity.
I think it's high time for Nigeria to come out of those countries that have shortage of power supply. We should stand. We should be one of the countries that can now
yes,
push
we
for
should be able
electricity
to
and say yes.
celebrate.
Yes, we should
We
celebrate
couldn't
that
be
in this
South
21st
Africa had
century.
gone way ahead. We haven't even scratched what on that same Nigerian pilot. We have banditry. PDP calls out APC, says settle your election mercenaries. Is this with facts? We don't want panic sent to the society. If you know they have if they have facts as to the mercenaries hired to cause all of this banditry, bring it out. It is not for you to come to the paper and send panic. Yes, we know you. If you think you know
because
what
it
APC
sends the wrong message to people out there.
because APC can equally say yes, you too have mercenaries. We don't want to hear that. We need peace right now.
Okay, on the New Telegraph newspaper, what we have on the headline is governors, we are distressed over 42 students, others abduction. That's what the governors are saying, that they are not happy about it. Who else will be happy? Even a parent losing his or her own child in this period is disheartening. So they should not just come out and tell us they are not happy. They should do something. Our children need to be brought back to us.
Now we're having another discrepancy in figure, because on this New Telegraph we're seeing ICPC stops 189 billion MDA's personnel cost diversion. At the other one we said 147. So is it that there are other unfinished probe? But here it is. Why are these MDAs trying to divert money that is scarce? The government needs money to do other developmental projects. Why are you trying to divert money you don't spend? This is what you call ghost worker syndrome at play, and we would love to stop this. Now, on that same New Telegraph, we have 2023 NLC mauls floating new political party. Now, the NLC is now trying to bring out another party. Are we going to have 2 factions of NLC floating party? Where are we heading to, Zainab?
The Blueprint newspaper.
Okay.
The Blueprint has boldly on it, bandits strike in Kagara, the same Kagara issue. Yes. Kills 1, kidnap 27 students. And I heard one of the students who was killed was trying to escape and he was gunned down. I think that also leads us back to what the defense minister was saying, that we should stand up for our right and do that. I think you should see male trying to escape from the hands of banditry led him to his untimely death. I think instead of trying to do things that you're not capable of doing, I just think we should just, another way, try to reserve, not hold weapon, or try to fight back these bandits, because they are more dangerous than we think they are.
I think in a ploy to solve this herder farmers clash, this project of agri-mechanization is really taking speed. On this same newspaper Blueprint, we have FD secures $1.2 billion investment for Nigerian farmers to solve this problem. I think this thing has to do with the bilateral understanding with Brazil, from what we heard. We still have another news on
the same Blueprint.
Yes.
It says 2 years after EFCC witness clears ex-SGF Babachir of 544 million naira scam.
Are you serious? Now, we still have on that same Blueprint, fuel pump price hits 170 in Lagos, Ogun, amidst supply shortage. We're about
It's not good news.
This is not good. I think it's like we're going back to this fuel hike. What paper do we have next?
I think that's all for today.
Okay.
Thank you for joining us on this program. Don't forget to subscribe and click on our like buttons to notify your future episodes. Thank you for watching Voicetv Nigeria.
Thank you very much. Good morning.